Hello, friend. How's life? How's life going? All the different parts of life that we have. We have an external world, which is all your interactions, your experience of life. That makes up your family, your job, your home, your relationships, your finances, your entertainment, what you do on a daily basis. That makes up your external life. And then you have an internal life. That's the internal dialogue happening, the little voice that you hear in your head. It's the emotions that you have. It's the pictures and imagination that you have as well. This is your internal world. So I'm reaching out to people on this platform who are struggling to find balance, to find peace, to find satisfaction in life, rest in life, coming out of chaos, coming out of self-destruction, a failure at life, a disintegration of your well-being, whether it happened quickly or over an extended period of time. So I wrote down a few things that make up a good life, and these are just the reminder to you on how to bring it all back to baseline, bring it all back to something good, something precious, something sacred. These are the things that I have to bring it back to as well in order to live a successful, happy, peaceful, satisfied life. So the first thing I put on the list here is prayer. This can be really easy to get away from, and also there might be some negative connotations around prayer, or maybe you just don't really know what it is or how it works. So I put next to it prayer, keeping life sacred. So this is just a slowing down. This is a turning inward, but also a connecting outward to the universe, to God, to spirit, to source, whatever you want to call that, higher power, whatever created us, whatever keeps things in balance. It's the order of our universe. Everybody has a feeling deep down of connection to something greater than themselves. Now, people, you might feel lonely, you might feel separated, you might feel isolated, you might feel hopeless. These are symptoms of not being connected to something greater than yourself. Our innate nature of our soul is to be connected as one to our surroundings, our environment, our universe, the world that we live in. It's not something physical, it's something metaphysical. It's something spiritual. And prayer can bring us back to that. Prayer of praise. Thank you for what you've given me. Thank you for always leading me and guiding me. Thank you for the love that you show me. Thank you for providing all my needs all the time, no matter what. It's just a connection to something greater. The next thing that I put on my list here is surrender. Our ego really doesn't like surrendering. It really doesn't like submitting. It really doesn't like to go with the flow all the time. This is an act that we must do on a daily basis, and that is surrender to the flow of life. Because I know in the past, I've really swam upstream in the flow of life. Swimming upstream. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it the way I think it needs to be done. And that creates a lot of friction. And what does friction do? It creates burnout. So daily surrender, which can also go along with prayer, depending on how you're doing that. It's a coming home. It's a coming home, and it's a being in flow, being in flow to something bigger than your tiny little mind and plans. And I'm not saying tiny mind in like a negative connotation. I'm saying like small self and your big self, your highest self and your lowest self. All right, this next one is authenticity. So there's 7 of these. And the third one is authenticity. And I put connection and presence. So connection with other people, meeting them where they're at, accepting where they're at, and being real, not trying to be something that you're not, just being real. And this can be very hard for people who have not done the integration work and work through their trauma, work through their own healing, and let go of their limitations. Because when we have those, the trauma, the limitations in our mind, we're always performing. We're always performing in life because we need life. We need other people to make us whole. And that's kind of the cosmic game, is that you will need other people to complete yourself in order to transcend the other people that you need. So if you have a longing for something in your life, or a pattern continually repeats in your life, it's because it's a lesson that you need to learn. And when you solve that puzzle, when you learn the lesson, when you beat that level of the game, then you level up in your authenticity game. Your authenticity points go up every time you level up in that area. And then presence about being here now, not being in the past mentally, not being in the future mentally, not thinking about what you have to do after this when you're with somebody, not thinking about the past and what you could have done differently, or wish what something would have happened differently. Just being here now. That creates an authentic connection with other people. Number 4 is persistent work is the next one. Number 4, persistent work. So I would say persistent and consistent. That means you continue trying. You continue trying whatever you're doing. You're trying to get to a goal. You're trying to get to the next level. You're trying to get to some kind of achievement in your life. With this foundation of prayer, surrender, and authenticity, that's the foundation. That's kind of the purpose of life. That is being okay with yourself and being okay with the world. Now it's time to like step up your contribution to the world, your work, your life's work. And I'll get into your life's work in just a little bit here. But persistent work is showing up every day. It's discipline. It's doing what you need to do and what you should do. Now, is this a do or die thing? No, it's not. It's a showing up and doing what you can each day, doing all the work that needs to be done when it needs to be done every single day. That's persistent work. Because when you, even if it's a little bit, you're pressing the ball forward. You're moving the marble forward on the game of life. So continue trying. That means you can fail. Failure is not a bad thing. Failure means that you tried. And if you try 1,000 times and win once, you've accomplished your goal. So continue trying with persistent work on a daily basis. That means that we press through fear. That means that we press through doubt. That means you move through other people's opinions, and maybe you keep your cards a little closer to your chest when you're working towards something. Persistent work. It also means setting up the tasks that you need to do, planning an agenda, writing down the tasks that you're working on to get to your goal. Not always willy-nilly. It doesn't have to be super rigid. It just needs to be doing consistent work, persistent work. All right, I'm not going to beat that one up anymore. All right, number 6 is faith. So the universe is abundant. The universe provides all our needs. The supply is endless. And also, you can never be beaten down too far that you can't come back from. I can tell you this from experience. I've been down to the depths of hell in my life, and I didn't think I was going to come back, but I am. Here I am, back. So having faith through the low times, having faith through the difficult times, those difficult times and those low times are just training ground. They're just lessons to be learned. They build your character. One example is I couldn't accept that I was getting divorced. I couldn't accept that my wife and I were not going to get back together, and that she took the kids and I couldn't see them for an extended period of time. I just couldn't accept it. It shouldn't have happened. It should be like this. It shouldn't be like that, which created huge amount of problems for me. A lot of friction in my life, a lot of deep suffering, and over time, that suffering on repeat. What did I learn? Acceptance. At one point, I was just like, okay, this is how it is right now. I need to move forward without them. I need to get my life back on track, and then I can get my kids back. So that deep suffering taught me the lesson of acceptance. And once I had accepted that, a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and I could continue to move forward with my life. So, do you think that's a lesson that I'll forget? No, it's not. So the deepest pain, the darkest times that you experience in your life teach you the greatest lessons. They burn them into your soul like a brand, and that becomes a part of you forever. Gratitude is another one, a deep lesson that I learned. Whenever you're in your funk or your depression, anxiety, or you think that the world's against you, think of 10 things that you're grateful for. I can breathe well. I have coffee. I also have tea. And I have water. I can take a shower today. I have clean clothes today. I have food to eat today. I have connection today. I am divinely loved. I don't know if that's 10, but I have a license. I have a car. I have shoes. I can walk, talk, write. I can tell a story. I can listen to a story. I can read. Did I already say that? I get to be here with you today. This is all going back to faith. God always provides. God always provides. The Spirit always provides. Source always provides. Look at our abundant world that we live in. What a magnificent, wonderful world that we live in. All the creatures and plants and weird things and cool, magical sceneries that we have in our world. And we're worried that we are not going to get fed today, or that we're not going to have enough money today. We don't have enough because we think we won't have enough. That's how it works. So the world is completely abundant. Everything is always provided for us. There is no lack. Faith. All right, the last one is purpose. Purpose, some people think that purpose needs to be this huge thing. I have to start a foundation and leave a legacy for generations to come. That is some people's purpose. But your purpose could also be to spread love in the world, joy in the world, happiness in the world. Checking on your neighbor can be a purpose. Calling your friend can be a purpose. Writing beautiful things for people to read can be a purpose. Playing music can be a purpose. Anything can be a purpose. It's what is in tune with you. What is your life's work? That's what I wrote down here. Life's work is your purpose. So my life's work is local. It's right here. You know, some people worry about what's going on in the world all the time, and and then this gloom and doom comes in on their life. But my life is beautiful, and I have everything I need all the time. And I overflow with abundance and love, and I want to spread that to the world as well, through service, through helping, through coaching, through my YouTube channel, through all kinds of different mechanisms, and through all the people that I interact with on a daily basis in the physical. I love interacting with people. It's fantastic. I love having conversations. I love hugs and connection and community. This is my life's work. So I hope you find your life's work. It's closer than you think, closer than your heartbeat. You just got to tune into it. So I'm going to bring it back to prayer. You got to tune into it. Prayer, connect with something greater than yourself. Then surrender, letting it flow through you. Authenticity, connect with presence. Do that persistent work, showing up every day, continually trying, doing the things, doing the work, all the work that it needs to be done today. Have faith that it's going to work out. It always works out. And then purpose, your life's work. I hope this helps you today. I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.